What's up, guys? It's Maxwell, and welcome to Clashversation episode 10.
Hi guys.
Heyo.
Hey.
Hello, Adam.
Okay, guys, welcome to the video. And in case you missed it in the opener, I am once again very happy to be able to welcome Adam back on the show. Thanks, Adam, for stopping by. And I would actually like to have your opinion first. Obviously, the final is only just over, and you already told us that you have not yet quite settled down. Obviously, streaming for War and Glory again. And War and Glory suffering the 2-star loss against Dark Looters, who managed a repeat in other back-to-back CWL invite champions.
Yeah, painful stuff. Let's be honest about it. And you're still at the point now where it hurts, because obviously we knew War and Glory could do it. They definitely showed during the war that they were capable of winning. It just didn't quite happen for them. And you know, top respect to Dark Looters. They earned the win. They got the win that they deserved. They were better on the day. But I want to, in a few days, get to that point where I can say what an amazing season it was for War and Glory. I'm just not quite there yet. I'm still hurting.
That's okay. Then just let me say it, because it definitely was a season for the ages for War and Glory. Very well played to you guys. Just really quick on the basic stats for the war. So it ended 113-111, obviously in favor of Dark Looters. 10 versus 10 triples. Dark Looters had 6, War and Glory had 3. As far as the dips go, DL with 1 dip fail, War and Glory with perfect dips, pretty much as expected. And 9v9 very similar, 67% hit rate for DL, 62% for War and Glory. And the 10v11 was also fairly similar, although War and Glory actually did better and beat the quote-unquote strongest 10v11 squad of the league. 50% hit rate for War and Glory, that's awesome. 38% for Dark Looters. So, Adam, what do you think? I think I already heard that a couple War and Glory guys said strongest Town Hall 10 bases they have faced so far. What do you think made the difference?
Yeah, exactly that. I think that whenever, and you'll know this as well as a war general, when that war starts, particularly once a couple of the 9 hits going in, you start to think, right, let's have a look at these 10s. And you have a look at the 10s and you pick out the 2 to 3 that have got a weakness, and it's something that you know that you've got players can exploit. And obviously, depending on what your clan's good at, you'll pick different things, but that's the first thing that you do. And immediately, when War and Glory started to do this, they were like, there just isn't a weakness. Like, they were all very, very strong. And ultimately, it's a 2-star win. 3 more 10v10s to Dark Looters with a dip fail, which gives an effective plus 2 stars to Dark Looters. And it's just those 2 bases. Like, if we could find 2 bases that we could have cleared in sort of 3, 4, 5 hits, we'd have been fine. It would have been a draw or very, super close. But there just wasn't that weak base there. So we grinded out and got 3 10v10s, 3 good 10v10s. But every other opponent we faced this season, that would have been 5 or 6, because we'd have got a couple of easy ones and then a couple of hard work ones, sort of thing. And Dark Looters just didn't give us that. All their bases were so strong. They were sneaky, they were well tested, and you could see it even at Town Hall 9, but particularly at Town Hall 10. You could tell that every base they had been tested against sort of 4 or 5 very common attacks, just by little things like where the traps were placed, where the most likely queen walks were going to go, and you could see that they built around that. And again, both sides did brilliant things at all levels, but if there was a tiny element that Dark Looters were that little bit better at, it was the base building. War and Glory had some excellent bases, but just 1 or 2 that weren't quite up to that level, and Dark Looters exploited, and War and Glory just didn't have that opportunity at all.
Yeah, I believe so as well. Obviously, I was really involved with the DL guys this weekend. I was on voice chat with them quite a bit, and I can tell you they were sort of chuckling, they were saying like, man, War and Glory, they really cannot find a good way to hit a lot of our bases. So they also saw that, and they were obviously pretty happy. I mean, you had a couple pretty good 10v10s, as you said. One, I believe, with Golem, Wizards, Bowler, sort of an avalanche attack with 2 swag spells actually on a maxed base, so that was crazy. By the way, that's also going to be in this video. I actually have all the 10v10s from the final I recorded them earlier today, and they are going to be sort of the background for what we are talking about here. So it's going to be pretty awesome. We're going to be able to watch it one in the video as well. And yeah, overall, definitely. I mean, they beat them 1 Glory 1, 10v11, 9v9 was equal, but just a 10v10. So that's actually pretty close to the prediction that I made in your stream, I believe. I think I said the Elle were going to fail one dip, but win on the 10v10s.
Yeah, I mean, it really was a textbook war, and I think that in a lot of ways it was a lot like all of War and Glory's wars against not just Dark Looters, but Dark Looters Z and Dark Looters X as well. All the wars, some wars are really exciting and crazy, like, for example, when it's like Reddit Omega and Immoral Thieves, it's just so fast on the attacks and crazy. Whereas whenever it's War and Glory versus any of the Dark Looters family, I always feel it's like a chess game. It's always like you take a move, then they take a move back, and it's always very tactical and precision. And honestly, it really felt like that all the way through. And you were right, you called it, that probably War and Glory would have that 1-star advantage because of the 11. So Dark Looters had to execute at 10. That's exactly what they did. I mean, the 10v11s was the wild card really, and War and Glory did good. Could you imagine if they'd just done that tiny little bit better?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, man. But the first 5 minutes have already belonged to us. So let's bring the other guys in. I already said that I got the prediction almost completely right. I believe Mutke predicted similarly, so I guess Mutke not really surprised, although you picked One Glory to win, I believe.
Yeah, I predicted DL as they did to pull up 6 10v10s, but I thought One Glory can keep up with 5 and win then because of 2 defeats from DL. So I predicted the 6 10v10s for DL, nearly the 2 defeats and the perfect dips for One Glory.
Yeah, so Mutke, of course, very experienced, also with a good prediction. Ferox, are you at all surprised about the result of this war?
Not at all, though. I picked One Glory.
All right, so you just want to pick against the L. That's okay.
No, I just like some persons in One Glory very much.
All right. It's always cool to go with sympathy.
Yeah.
Did you see that Becca got a fresh 6? She absolutely bossed it.
I did not, because I did not watch any streams, but I'm very proud of her.
Thank you for not watching my stream, by the way.
I was busy over the weekend.
Dead to me.
That's okay. Some people have a life on the weekend.
Real life, yeah.
The rest is just gonna support. That's okay. All right. So Asterix has been supporting our boy Adam. Has been watching the stream. He told us so. Asterix, what do you think about this one? DL back-to-back champions.
To be honest with you, I was expecting Dark Looters to win this war. It was very close, and yeah, it came down to the wire. And at the end, it was a 10v10 game, of course. But it's in every war. It's kind of the 10v10 game, so was expected. Dark Looters had 3 more 10v10s, and that made the difference at the end of the day. But I really enjoyed watching the final, especially the stream from Adam.
Yeah, I also did, and I just want to lose a couple words on this. Adam, I think once again you of course did an awesome job on your stream, but not only that, I saw you in the Supercell stream as well, mentioning the outcomes of the live attacks and the stats at that time, and really helping out a lot of the hardcore war people that were having a tough time keeping up with the war within the live stream, because so many replays were shown, and the stream was not really focusing on the live attacks at that point in time, although it was the last 2 hours of war, of course. So what made you do that? Was it your idea, or were there people that told you, man, come on, keep us up to date?
Truthfully, I thought they had a plan where for the first 40 minutes, hour or so, they would do the interviews and keep it relatively casual with some replays. And then as time went on, they would flick over and sort of really focus on the lives. So I kind of was just planning to do it just for like those first sort of opening minutes, just to keep people in the loop while the interviews went on. But then obviously it didn't change over. I mean, they kept showing replays right down till the 6th minute or something. It was a bit of a surprise. It wasn't how I expected to do it, but there were a lot of people in there that wanted to know how it was going, and I'm sure you remember, we were 6-2 down on 10v10s, but then we hit that third one. We had another 10v10 attack left. Dark Looters had a very shaky dip, and even though it was a 2-star win, and don't get me wrong, Dark Looters were pretty much ahead from the start, there was just that chance, like it wasn't over until that last couple of minutes.
Absolutely.
You know, and people wanted to be kept up to date. They wanted to know what was going on. It was intense. I think War and Glory did get the underdog title, and I think people wanted War and Glory to really push Dark Looters till the end. So, you know, it was exciting, but you know, I've got a huge amount of respect for the Supercell stream. But they didn't really show the excitement. I felt that they could have done a little bit more to engage us in just how intense this war was.
Yeah, I guess it's because they're not in war scene like us.
So Ferox, if you were hosting the stream, if you were the director of the stream, how would you do it? I don't know if you watch the stream or not, but it doesn't really matter. If you were in charge, like you had the 10 players there, 5 from either side, you had the last 2 hours of war, you would want to bring everybody in. How would you do it?
I don't know, but I would pick commentators. Like if you watch soccer commentators, they're so in the game. Like the excitement is real.
I hate interrupting people, but please never ever call it soccer again.
Please.
Yeah, come on.
We call it football. It's just
There
for
we go.
Americans. So they don't know what we're talking about, you know?
But we're in Europe, so we know what we're talking about when we say football.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like all the commentators, they feel the pain, they feel the joy when, not all of them, but I think the majority of them. And I think if we had commentators like that, I don't know, it would motivate us and engage more, like you said before.
Yeah, so I believe that PB was really trying to engage, although I believe on a couple of times he was also a little bit off with his commentary, or I mean, he should have the knowledge. Maybe he was just trying to bring the casual players in as well. Once again, same question, Asterix. It is your stream. How are you gonna organize the 2 hours?
For the last 2 hours, I would definitely go with more live attacks. Like, I mean, you have a lot of spots. You have a lot of streamers, and you could manage to have a lot more people showing the attacks. You know, like for example, on War and Glory side, you could have 2 streamers. On the DL side, you could have 2 streamers, and you know when the attacker gets live, you know you show the one attack on one stream on a different screen, and then you have another screen, and then you have another screen, like more screens, you know, probably, and then for example, Powerbank could commentate the one attack, and then Galalan could commentate another one, probably something like that, you know, like. If people never had this intense wars, they don't know really how exciting this is, especially at the end of a war. The last 2 hours, the last 1 hour, or the last 30 minutes is exciting, and the pressure is on. You know, I would try to make something with. What makes, you know, what brings this intense feeling over to the audience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it should transfer emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I believe that is definitely the thing that catches all of us, since we all are hardcore war enthusiasts. But you know, what the stream is all about, and we've had quite a bit of talk about this inside the Dark Looters family, because there were, of course, torn opinions. I mean, there were a lot of people that were very, very critical about the stream. There were people that really defended it. And overall, I would actually rank the stream pretty good. I would rank it 7 out of 10. And that is because Supercell did a lot better than they did last year. Like last year was a lot of chaos. And you got to remember this. They have been flying in these 10 people. They were there for a week and were given hospitality and everything. And they wanted to show those people, they wanted to have them in the stream. And wanted to have their attacks in the stream as well. They had live attacks from the Tower 11s that were there, but of course they also showed 9v9 fails in these 2 hours. And that is debatable, but what they are really trying to do is to also bring more people into this competitive war scene, which I believe is working because the interest in CWL is getting, or in competitive Clash is getting bigger and bigger the longer we go. So you just have to remember this. I mean, it is a bit unfortunate because it is the final, but you just always have to remember that Supercell like is not hardcore war. Like they are everything. They are Clash of Clans.
Yeah, that I would never argue about this. What I say is, and Ferg said it. What I missed is the transfer of the emotion. I mean, I feel that last year, or no, not last year. I'm sorry, last season, because I've been in the final, and but this year I couldn't feel it. You know, the end of the war is the most intense time in a war, and I could not feel it. You know, because they showed replays. You know, but I want to see the live attacks. That's the most exciting thing in my opinion. A lot of things were good, but yeah.
Yeah, and if we refer to the football example, like I'm not a big football fan, but like if it's an interesting and intense game and the commentator is able to transfer emotions, I'm totally in. I'm hooked up, and I'm not a fan. I would not call myself a fan. So I would love that. I would love to see that in finals, CWL finals.
So Mutke, what do you think about this 2-hour stream? That's the longest Supercell do want to go. First hour, show the players, show their attacks, and second hour, catch all the lives they can catch and capture the emotions.
I think they should have either decreased the first hour into a half hour and do 1.5 hour live attacks, only live attacks, or they should have increased the stream time, because only 1 hour for live attacks and the last hour of the war is really stressful, and you can't even catch there up any all attacks if there are like 20 attacks left or even 15. Because most people went into and don't want to watch opponents attack, rather go in the same time into their own attack.
I mean, I could be wrong, but 2 hours before the war ended, they were 40 attacks left. If it says right, Adam?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, 2 hours, 40 attacks. That's a lot of live attacks you can show. Maybe increase, like Mutke said, the stream time from 2 to 3 hours. Okay, and then you can, you know, the first hour. What if you tell, for example, Vincent, okay, who did 2 11v10 successful, to show on I don't know, a toddler session, you know, to sketch his attack and what he wants to do. I mean, they have the equipment there probably, and then he could show what he wants to do, and then you get another, for example. Who was the other 11v10 guy on Dark Luda's side? It was that Itsu or Eve Check. You could ask them to do the same, and then, you know, they just attack in that hour, you know, and then you go to the live stream, you show a couple replays, and then the last hour of war, you just show the live attacks on 4 different screens, if possible, you know. Why not? Like, who could stop Supercell from doing that? and it would be very intense. It would be amazing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I can say that there has been quite a lot of talk about this as well in Tallinn in Estonia, where they were with the participants, with the people from Supercell. They told me like they had some heated conversations about this, and things might change for next season. Until that time, the communication is I believe gonna get better, because Supercell are more and more now, I believe, trying to get engaged with their players, bringing the right people in. I mean, there were 10 people there that absolutely know everything about hardcore war, love it, and are able to very well represent. And I think it's moving into the right direction, but still, Supercell have not nearly got as much experience as all of us do in the competitive war scene. So, yeah, they have to learn how to make it a good stream that is still gonna be popular. All right. Sort of moving on from that, leaving the last season behind. I mean, I believe last video we already talked about how everybody ranks the season, and there's been a lot of drama and stuff. I don't really want to get into that again. I kind of want to move on towards the future, talk about that, and talk about what is going to be coming up. Obviously, CWL clans league participants have been announced for season 3 during the live streams. We know all the teams that are going to be in Invite, Premier, and Rising, so we should also talk about that. And Ferox, I don't know if you are ready or not, but if you are ready, I would like you to slowly read out all the teams that are going to be playing an Invite next season.
Sure. Given the sheet. Well, Invite season this time is a little bit different because there are only 24 teams. And I didn't post it here. So I'm gonna start with the season 2 winner, Dark Looters. Then we have One Hive. Then we have DLZ. We have Fake Wargasm. We have Spartan Legacy. We have J Off. We have Marshall's Nation, who won the Premier League this time. We have Emphatic Elite, Elite Gaming, Mariana Trench, By Forever, Forge from Steel, WHF, Bada Bing Clan, Pino Banditos, 1, Rated Omega, Six Schlitzes, North Remembers, One Hive 2.0, One Clary, North Witches, Power CC, WHF2, and Clantana Mobile.
All right, so we got it about covered 24 teams this time. It's going to be interesting to see what mode they are going to play in. I don't think it has been released yet, or has it? Have I missed something?
Oh, well, I don't know, but I got the link to the sheet, and it says CWL Season 3 clan announcement. And on that sheet, I could see like all the clans which are in Light, Rising, Premier, and Invite.
Yeah, and it's also going to be interesting. I mean, there are a lot of teams from last season that are not going to be in this season.
Yes.
I believe no team that has been removed last season because of anything revolving around the topic of modding. Although it was said that they got a season ban for last season, have been included this season. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. So I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know what about you guys, but like I like the number of slots there. So I think I personally prefer 24 slots over 32, but I also like a little bit like sad that like big clans are missing.
Yeah, what clans are you missing?
I miss, for example, Raw Whale, Emerald Thieves, the Swarm, of course, and yeah.
Yeah, so that's 3 pretty big names that are not going to be in. Definitely surprising. I mean, maybe not as surprising as far as the Swarm goes, since they said they are retiring from competitive Clash, I believe. But Immoral Thieves created their own league, the ICL, or not their own league, but they created a new league, the ICL, that is gonna be concurring with the CWL, as far as I know at this point. And War Whales, I can definitely talk about that since I am a member in War Whales now as well. They were bummed. They were really hoping that they were gonna be in an invite for the next
Me
season,
too.
and they were left out. So a lot of people have rumored that it may be about roster issues, because they have been spinning a couple smaller wars like 30v30s, and I can tell you that it is not about that at all. We don't have any roster issues over there. It's all good. We can still bring the 40v40 with 515, whatever. Doesn't matter. But yeah. Motke, you've been a bit quiet. Why do you think they left out a couple of those big clans, or probably a couple of other clans that we have not even mentioned yet, that definitely wanted to be in but got left out?
I think they definitely tried to not just put in 32 clans to have those 32 clans. I think they really tried to cut it down to 24 and set it as an ultimum. And only looking at the ultimum of clans that they put in, I think they just cut the clans that had some shade over the seasons before, and the clans that they doubt that they would make it.
Yeah, I think that too, but like it was called season ban and an all-time ban, right? Like beast mode is also missing. I don't know if they applied, but it sounded like they wanted to apply. They're also nowhere in no league.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of clans we could name, like
Yeah.
FPC UK as well. Couple of clans that were definitely making a run for it, but got left out. And I kind of want to mention this right now because it's so funny. Sloffels is not with us today because he's on vacation, but he keeps on typing in our chat right now. So it sort of feels like he wish he could be here, but he's also bringing up a couple of points. And I just want to say this. I mean, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe a couple of people would be afraid to say it, but it almost feels like that a couple of clans that the admins thought might have some shady business somewhere. Maybe just because they are good, they got left out. And we said this, FBC UK have been crushing it lately, have been getting a lot of 10v10s. War Whales, of course, still very strong, getting a lot of 10v10s every war. So I don't know. It's sort of strange, and I feel like I'm not really quite sure on what parameters the decisions regarding season 3 were made. I mean, there's a couple of clans in right now that are arguably estimated weaker than a couple of clans we have mentioned right now. So maybe clans are going to be looking for alternatives. Adam, maybe I think this is a tough topic for you, but I still would love to hear you on this, because it's I believe that you have also said that you don't quite know how your future with streaming on Twitch is going to be. So we already know that one big alternative with the ICL. Do you think that a lot of these bigger clans are going to be looking for alternatives?
I know that some of them are already looking at alternatives. And I mean, I guess it's a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it's going to hurt the CWL to have very competitive clans not in the CWL, particularly if they're getting a lot of action media-wise. So, for example, FPC UK, like you said, they've been doing superb recently. They had one of the best wars I've ever seen against Immoral Thieves the other week in an arranged war. It was something like 6-5 on 10v10s. There was an 11v11 in there. It was just epic. There were some brilliant hits on both sides, some great bit. You know what I mean? It was just an epic war. And if that's happening, it should be in CWL. That's where we want it. So that's a negative. On the upside, competition is good. I mean, fingers crossed that if some of the good clans do, sign up and play in ICL, which it certainly looks like they're going to, is that going to improve the CWL, the way it's run, the way it's structured, the way it looks at media, all those kind of things? And is there sort of a potential long term that we might actually get an improved CWL out of this? I know it's not the best way to look at it, but you've got to try and find positives in these situations. And I think we all know that, like, for example, just discussing how these clans were picked and not picked, things like that, we all know it's not as good as it should be. Will the extra competition help it improve in the future?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I have a pretty clear opinion on this. As you may have seen by my Twitter post also a couple days ago. Mutke, how would you rank the competition in Season 3 invite compared to Season 2?
I would say there won't be such a big gap from the top clan to the bottom clan, since there aren't even so much spots in, so it can't be over 30. But I would say it still stays by the clans like Fake Progression, Dark Looters, SL, DAZ to make it into the playoffs. Maybe we get surprised like by One Glory making the I forgot the league. Which league were they in last season?
Premier.
Mid-season.
Yeah,
Something like the Premier nowadays.
So like they won the Premier and Marshall's Nation won the Premier and moved up to invite. Maybe they make it into the playoffs too, but
Yeah.
I won't predict that yet.
Yeah, this season, it looks like more Premier clans got moved up, and I think that can be like interesting to have fresh blood there. Though I'm sad to see that to do not see big names in invite.
Yeah, I mean, everybody deserves a chance, and there's definitely a couple of clans that are giving a big chance, a big opportunity for this season. So we'll see how that is. I think we have pretty much touched on all the possibilities for now. So we're gonna keep it at that as far as the outlook for Season 3 goes. And why don't we go ahead and move on to maybe not.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, for this week's Watch Together, Mutke was so kind to bring us a replay. So Mutke, what are we looking at here?
We are looking at 11v11 attack out of the no-dip league, so all 11 goes for 11v11. There won't be any 11v10 hit. And also there aren't anti-2 bases, anti-3 most likely self-builded, because the already shown anti-3 bases on YouTube are always shown as they got tripled.
Looks
Since-
like an attack you would love with the suicide loons.
I can say I did that attack because the 11 didn't have the time.
Oh, okay,
it
so
was
it's
your
you
hit.
attacking.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So that's
So it's probably a disconnect like last time.
Okay, we balance disconnect now.
so that's a useful bit of information for my prediction. So Mutke, just be careful that you don't miss your spot to stop the replay.
Yeah, I got the time. I will say now a bit less to just focus on the stopping part.
Okay. So he's probably gonna stop pretty soon. So far we've got a queen charge without the warden. Warden is gonna go with the hawks. It looks like it's interesting.
Makes sense at this point of the attack.
Yeah, I think he's gonna rage the. No, okay.
And stop.
Never mind.
All right, that's come on now, Mutke. That's not
Why?
fair.
Seriously.
There are CC Hawks in CC, right?
It's 1 minute and 41 seconds.
I can say yeah.
Okay.
CC Hawks, okay.
Okay. He has 1 minute 41 to get 69% of the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With 18 plus 7, 25 hawks, 2 loons, 3 visits, 2 heals.
Yeah.
So the poison will be for Skellies and 1 ability for Inferno, I guess.
He's got 2 loons to improve pathing, maybe eliminate a giant bomb spot or something.
I can
I call it
just
a time
say
fail.
I didn't know any traps. It's a fresh hit.
Okay.
Oh,
I call it a time fail.
Alright, Asterix goes fail, time fail. Ferox.
That's tough because it could look like a time fail, but I think that would be too easy. So I go with not a time fail.
Not a time fail. What's the outcome then?
It's either a fail or 3-star, so I don't know. I go with 3-star. I have faith.
Okay. Adam, what are we gonna predict?
From what I can gather on this one, we've got an attack that was done by a ringer. There's no way the ringer is going to advertise his attack unless it's a triple, so I'm going 3-star all the way.
Oh wait, there are CC troops coming out. The point.
Yeah, but that's just what the loons did not lure. It's just a couple of goblins and maybe a Valkyrie or something. Very smart prediction, Adam. I gotta give you that. It's only me left, I guess, huh? So we've got.
Ask us first to have an easy prediction.
That's the advantage of the host. I kind of want to predict something that nobody has said yet. I say 99% 1-star.
Oh.
He's not gonna get. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I will just let it go.
I'm curious now. I really want to see this.
Yeah, all curious.
You don't have a lot of cleanup, Mutke. You have 3 wizards and they cannot reach a town hall, right?
Look at the healers.
Oh, the healers are almost dead.
Oh my god.
They are so close to dead.
You should stop the replay after healer's almost
My
dead.
prediction is already ripped because he's I believe his hawks are gonna end in the town hall.
If I would have stopped by the healers, you would have already known that my queen would have survived the last eagle shot and the goblins.
Okay, right. If all hawks survive, it's easy cleanup. So
there comes the loons. My prediction is alive. The loons are in.
The loons were just supposed to take out the back-end defense to let the hawks don't go too way far from the trash.
I don't know. I think still it's a 3-star.
The queen is gonna get.
Watching. I know it's a 3-star.
Queen is gonna get the town hall.
33 seconds for 20%. No.
That's doable.
Now look at the bottom.
Corner hut.
Oh, you forgot the corner hut. For real?
I didn't thought when I scouted the base, to be honest.
Why did you forget
99% 2-star.
Drop one fucking point. Sorry, I did it again.
I'm gonna win this one, guys. I'm gonna bring it home.
No, you won't bring it home
are you
because you
sure?
will get the town hall. How could you bring that home?
90. It's still gonna be 99, right?
Yeah, but you said 99
No.
1-star, so you're wrong too.
So it
It's the
goes
last
down.
second.
Oh, come on.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
Adam wins.
I'm high-fiving you, Ferox.
Adam wins.
Yes, Adam, we're a good team. But I was, yeah.
I had no doubt whatsoever.
It was an A beta. I was sure it was a 3-star, and then I got scared. I think Mutke also got scared during the game.
Yeah, I didn't sort before when I scouted the base because I totally forgot about it since I didn't sort in top and right corner and at left where I started the hawks. So yeah, I was then live and saw, oh, it's a triple. Scrolled down because I searched for the person I didn't saw and saw the corner who was just like throwing the phone away and hope that it gets.
But you were so focused on the buildings you could get with percentage and stuff that you oversaw the builder hut. It sounds like a classic.
Yeah. Also, corner builder huts at town 11 are sort of tough to get used to with all that we see.
We should probably just interrupt the video just for a second. Maxwell, this is what an 11v11 looks like, just so you know.
Oh. I'm gonna take notes. Time to cut this part of the video. This is going horribly right now. Alright, I think that was a pretty sweet, maybe not, guys. Ferox is tired, so we gotta finish for today.
Thank you, Max. Very kind of you.
But first, Mutke, do your shout out, please.
Yeah, I want to shout out Greg from Spartan's Legacy, our YouTube guy. His YouTube account or channel is named Clashing with Greg Faust because he recorded this attack and put it up for me on YouTube as an unlisted vid, since I had a couple issues to upload any stuff.
Yeah, Greg's channel is gonna be in the description. The description.
Description box.
It's a tough
So
word.
who's
Okay,
tired now?
it's a tough
Yeah,
word for a
who's tired
German.
now?
It is gonna be in the video below, guys. Click it. Drop him a subscription.
In the
It's
video
free on YouTube.
below. 2 in
It's
1.
gonna be. I better watch myself now because Ferox is getting furious because I just did that. That's okay. Asterix, your final words.
Yeah, guys. Have fun. Season 2 is over. I hope you all enjoyed the season 2. We're looking forward for season 3, and hope you join us.
And Asterix, we are also looking forward to next weekend, right?
Oh yeah.
What's next weekend?
We have a good matchup. One Hive versus DLZ.
One Hive versus DLZ, guys. Next weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe Adam might be streaming. If he does not stream, I'm gonna make a recap on it. Also, guys, this is gonna be the last regular scheduled Wednesday Clashversation episode for now until season 3. That's the plan right now. Yeah, we're just gonna see. Maybe we're gonna toss a couple episodes in here and there, but we'll see. So Ferox, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sure you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys, just stay tuned and enjoy your clashing.
All right, Adam, once again, thank you, man, for stopping by, for being on. You brought me onto your stream again on Saturday, and it was really fun for me. So, yeah, thanks again for being here.
No, thank you for having me. I really enjoy it. I love the show. I watch it even when I'm not on it, which is unusual for me. I tend to watch things that I'm not on, but I always watch it. I really enjoy it. I love maybe not, and I love obviously just talking to you guys. You all know the game. It's great to do. Ferox, I think you sound perfectly refreshed. I think you do a great job, and I think you should ignore these guys.
Guys, he's been doing that all day. Jesus. All right.
Nice.
Still, guys, follow the best Clash of Clans streamer on Twitch, twitch.tv/time2clash. He also has a YouTube channel. I believe it's linked to Twitch. Other than that, it's probably going to be Time to Clash. And it's also going to be in my featured channels on my channel. I actually have to do that still. I didn't for some reason, but it is going to be. It's also going to be in the description below. So, yes, I got
No
that.
video below this time.
No. But yeah, alright guys, once again, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with us. Clashversation is going to be back for Season 3, and until that time, we'll see you all later. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.